We have Iowa's tight end, Mr. Lachey.
How's it going?
How you doing? Welcome in, man. On the
Great.
Nebraska, you don't hold it against us,
I won't
right?
hold you guys against it. I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, we need to turn his mic up.
Yeah.
Luke, I wanted to ask you, man. We have the only thing that we have quite a lot in common. Your dad. I'm from Frederick, Maryland, so I grew up watching your dad. My dad played. I want to ask you about what the process. I know what the process is, but I want to hear from you. Obviously, I love your game. What's it like? Obviously, growing up with your dad, but then also doing what I did, playing a different position.
Yeah.
Smart. We're
Yeah,
smarter than them,
I
right?
know.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. Talk about that.
No, it's a cool process. Being able to look up to him and seeing all the success he had in his career, and cool to see. I wasn't alive when he was playing, so I just had to hear the stories and maybe look at some of the film that they had that he still could, get. It's cool that he's still working with this business because he's here. I was just talking to him 5 minutes ago, so. It's a neat opportunity to be able to be here and have my dad here. But as the whole process goes, I was never really big enough growing up to be an old lineman. So I had to figure something else out. As a wide receiver in high school, figured I was a little bit too tall, probably wouldn't be fast enough to be able to play that at the next level. So found the next best thing and being a tight end, and you get to do a little bit of both. So it's great. I love the position and love blocking and being able to catch.
I'm gonna ask you a two-part question. Number one, talk about leaving your home state, though, man. I mean, that's a big state to leave to go to a rival and play tight end. Talk about that because it takes some guts.
Yeah, for sure. Growing up there, I grew up loving Ohio State. My dad played there and all that stuff. But now it's all been Iowa.
Yeah. For sure.
And I've just loved it, and I felt like the opportunity there was great for me personally, and just fell in love with it as soon as I stepped on campus, and never could regret my decision. It's been the best thing for me.
I think everybody has a signature play. I get it to mind them playing your rival on the road against Minnesota. Talk about that when you do the house call to send them home when they had more on the line than you guys. Talk about that, man.
Yeah, it was cool. Jack Campbell set us up with a nice interception, which maybe my play might not have happened because I don't know if they said he stepped out, but I don't know if he really stepped out on that play. And he took it back to the house. But and then we just kind of drew it up on the sideline. We had known that the safety was coming down a lot, really hard when I was going out to block the end. So got my release out on the end, then just kind of ran up the seam and was wide open. And
big man with soft hands, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotta have that. So.
For sure.
Luke, I'm a process guy. So I'm a guy that, once the off season ends, I go to my little list of sheet of goals of things I had to do during that season. And then I kind of go and, check them out and change some, improve, get better at some that's on that list. So what was that list for you? What's one or two things on that list where you said from last season to now, I want to improve and get better going into this 2024 season?
Yeah, I just feel like blocking was a big thing for me.
Okay.
I feel like you can always improve there. I've never in high school, like I said earlier, as a wide receiver, so didn't really block that much then. And coming in here, it was like if you can't block, you can't play. So that was the biggest thing that I tried to learn. And I feel like I've gotten that, but I just want to keep moving forward in that part of my game. And then coming from last season, just with being injured all last year, it was the big thing for me was just being healthy. So, continuing to get better each and every day, just, one thing that I could work on was a big thing for me with my ankle. So, and I feel great now.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Iowa's got a new offensive coordinator this year. What are some of the biggest things that are going to be different from last year to this year, things you're hoping to improve on as far as the offensive output for the Hawkeyes this year?
Yeah, I think Coach Lester has done a great job when he's coming in here and installing the new offense to us. And I feel like we've all been very responsive to it. And, we've all taken it in and done a good job. I think this year we'll see a lot of motion before, which is different. And, I think it'll just keep a lot of defenses on their toes. So it'll be good.
I got to ask you, I'm looking at your guys' schedule. Saturday, October 5th, Iowa at Ohio State. Is that game going to mean a little bit more to you personally?
They all mean the same. I'm excited to go back.
That's the right thing to say.
Yeah. To be honest, being out for so long, I'm just so antsy to get back out there for the first one because, I'm sure there'll be some jitters. It's been a long time, but I just can't wait to get back out there in Kinnick and in front of our fans.
Okay.
Well, Luke, we're gonna let you go here, but I always say this. I always tell everybody say this. I wish you all the success. I want you to ball out every single game. Matter of fact, I'd be okay with you balling out against Nebraska, but the compromise is this: we just get the done. All right?
No promises.
I'll tell you like this: one syndesmosis injury to another, you're gonna be back this year.
Awesome.
Big things.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yep.
you stopping
Thank you
by.
guys for
Thanks
having
for
me
letting
on.
them come
Thank
by.
you.
Appreciate
Yep.
it.